Thank you all for joining the Top Gun Collector channel. My name is Al, and today we're going to be taking a look at my custom Thanos on Throne display. Alright, so as you all just heard in the introduction, this is going to be a review of my Thanos on Throne setup. I didn't specify which specific company because essentially all of this is either custom made, things I got from other statues. We have Sideshow, XM Studios, and various other companies. But I'll go ahead and show you everything. Just a little bit of backstory. There's also not going to be an unboxing for this. This isn't something that I just recently got. I've actually had, more specifically, Thanos on Throne since 2018. I think it was mid 2018. Actually my first maquette, so one of the first pieces that really got me into this hobby. I ended up picking this up locally also from my guy Jason over at S7 Custom. So had it since 2018, the oldest piece I have right now in my collection, and well, spoiler, it is an amazing piece. I really don't foresee myself selling it, especially with everything that I've done with it so far. But enough with that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some up close-up shots of everything here on the table. But I'll first start off with just giving you a quick review of Thanos and Lady Death. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright everyone, so we can go right ahead and get started by looking at the Sideshow Thanos on Throne maquette. This came out at or around 2017, maybe early 2018. This is the regular edition, which was out of 3,500. The exclusive, which did come with an extra portrait, it's like a smiling portrait, that one was out of 750. And I'm gonna drop the link in the description below in case you want to take a look and read a little bit more about the backstory to this piece. But essentially it was a huge team that developed this piece, probably over like 10 different artists, David Igo and Harbato and just a bunch of artists and sculptors. This piece, I believe, took approximately two and a half years to develop. And yeah, it's an outstanding piece, but here we'll take a quick look. So just looking at the throne itself, you can just see all these crazy mechanics, colors, insane. This is probably my, the one things that stands out is the paint job on the, not sure what this is, like the bottom portion of the armrest, but see if you can pick it up on camera. It kind of looks like a burnt exhaust, like kind of like a chameleon type of look or color. But yeah, just looking at the details, it's very impressive. You have the gauntlet, great textures, and got these patterns right here. Looks really good. Yeah, so Thanos looks awesome, but the chair itself is just a masterpiece. Just look at all those details and the intricate mechanics that they added to this. Looks insane. Yeah, you can see it here better. Like it looks like burnt tips, like on a supercar. Amazing. You don't really see that type of paint job on any of Sideshow's pieces. But this piece is very impressive. The throne alone is just amazing. Very great piece. So this is a custom portrait. Only 20 were made. This is by Night Monkey. Even included the custom headstand. It's more of the based off giving it that Thanos on Throne, or the King Thanos portrait with the crown. Amazing portrait. This specific company does a really good job with their switch outs and extra proximity pieces. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at it. For those who never actually seen this one up in person, it is one. It's a pretty massive piece, but it is amazing. And despite having a large ES, 3500 plus the 750 exclusive, I believe that was 750. This thing still sells for retail, sometimes even above retail if you're looking at the exclusive. But yeah, this is an amazing piece. This is definitely Sideshow at its best right here. 100%. I'd say it's probably Sideshow's best piece that they've ever produced. It's amazing. But yeah, that's a quick look. So I'll go right ahead and switch over and show you guys all just a quick clip of Lady Death. Alright, so here we're looking at Lady Death. This is the 1/4 scale designed and produced by XM Studios. Now this specific piece is the exclusive. It only came if you purchased the dual Thanos and XM Lady Death. But the person I purchased this from, essentially it was too tall for their module case, so they ended up posting it and went ahead and snagged this up on the secondary market. But yeah, because you can purchase Lady Death, the solo one, but it doesn't come with the exclusive head, which I'll show that portrait. But here, let's go right ahead and take a closer look. So yeah, you just have the rock base here. Pretty much goes pretty high up. And then here we have, it looks like some more metallic type of bones, but like some sort of monster or something. Yeah, the paint on the actual rocks, they look okay. They did add, a lot of oranges on this one. Some browns, but they did add a lot of orange. Yeah, it looks good, with my setup, you don't even see any of this, of course, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing this in quite some time. But yeah, you move on up, and then we have like this purplish smoke cloud effect going up. Looks really, really good. And again, another dead monster or something back here. But yeah, as far as the engineering goes, they did XM killed it with this piece. Pretty tall. Great details. A lot of purplish hues throughout this entire piece that you'll see, especially when we move up to the cape. And then, so these specific hands, you see it's bones. This only comes with the exclusive. So I also have like the regular hands as well, but this one only comes with the exclusive. As you can see, through the back, that purplish hue. Really good job. It looks awesome when you have it, set up with some purple lights in the back. Looks really cool. You just see a lot of tears throughout this cape. It's more of a lighter material. It's not polystone. But I love all the weathering. See a lot of white weathering like on the corners and a lot of textures. Looks really good. And then moving on up, I love this portrait. This is the regular one, so this is how I display it. But I'll show the exclusive. But this is it. This is Lady Death by XM Studios. I'd say this is the best one, best Lady Death so far as well. It's really good. Look at that. Insane. All the tears throughout. But here I'll go ahead and show you all the exclusive portrait. Alright, so here we are looking at the EX portrait. So this only comes if you purchase both the Thanos and Lady Death packet. See, I feel like I kind of got lucky with this because you can purchase, Lady Death solo, but in order to get that EX, you'll have to find someone that either sells you that separately or is willing to part ways with just this one. But you really won't find that many people that are going to part, that specific packet. Yeah, it's an amazing portrait. I like it. I prefer the regular one. Definitely like this one with the EX hands. I feel like that's an amazing setup, but it's nice having that EX portrait. It looks good. But yeah, that was a quick look at the Lady Death by XM Studios. So I'm gonna go right ahead and kind of show you all the full display. Alright everyone, so here we have the full setup. Like I said earlier, this isn't something that I did overnight. I've been working on this since 2018 approximately. But I'll go right ahead and give you all a little bit of up close shots for each of these proximity pieces from right to left. And we'll go right ahead and get started. So I'll give you some close-up shots of the Thor hammer setup here and cap shield. Alright, so the first thing we have here is a 1/4 scale Thor hammer. Very, very highly detailed, and it's very, very solid too. It's pretty heavy. Nice piece. Leather strap. This whole thing is all leather. Yeah, very awesome. Alright, next is the Thor's helmet. All resin. The helmet itself is metal. So this is really heavy as well. Look at all the details on the feathers there. Yeah, great piece. Now on that Thor tower, where I have the helmet and the hammer, I did also have a 1/4 scale Spider-Man mixed media mask. And then this is just a resin skull that I got online. Repainted to give it more of a weather look. Alright, next we have, this is Cap's shield. Now, this specific base is just a resin, something I found online. I pretty much just cut a slit with a Dremel in the middle, just so I can insert this shield, and I repainted the whole base. Added various colors on the skulls, a lot of dirt and grime, and the shield itself looks really good. This is just off I believe this is the shield from, what is it, the Iron Studios 1/4 Captain America. So it did come with like with his hand in the back, but I kind of just removed that with the Dremel and just kept the shield. Yeah, it looks very detailed. A lot of weathering. Cool piece. Alright, and in the back over here we have Doctor Strange's cloth, and we also have a custom 1/4 scale Thanos sword. So I'll go ahead and give you all some better shots of that. Alright, next we have Doctor Strange's cloak. This is mixed media. Again, 1/4 scale. Pretty much everything you see in my display is 1/4 scale. Besides two things that I'll show you all a little later, but everything is 1/4 scale. You know, of course I would have wished if I able to find a cloak like resin, kind of what you see on that Maestro that's coming out, but yeah, this is very great details on this. Found this online as well. And I kind of just display it on a stand. Yep. Alright, next we have the custom 1/4 scale Thanos sword. This is the stand. Pretty much the exact same colors and the pattern scheme and all the details that you see on the actual Sideshow Thanos on Throne chair. Very awesome. And then this is by Night Monkey. I got number 10 out of 99. Very, very good. High quality as well. Very heavy. Alright, and this is a sword that goes, that slides inside that base. Kind of like that MCU type of scheme on it, but it looks really, really good. A lot of good weathering. Love the gold on here. Great details. Different color grays, dark grays, metallics on it. A lot of weathering on the handle. You know, this company, they kill it, this custom group, when it comes to proximity pieces and custom add-ons. So yeah, really, really cool. Alright, and moving along, we have here a custom 1/4 scale Hulk, or a decapitated Hulk head, a custom Thanos helmet. So I'll go ahead and show you all some up close shots of that as well. Alright, so here we have a custom Hulk 1/4 scale decapitated Hulk head. So I actually got this commissioned by Jason from S7 Customs. Many of you, if you know him or if you've seen his collection, he's pretty much well known for his previous Hulk collection. I know now he's kind of switched over to Alien and Predator, but yeah, I just asked him one day, like, hey, do you have any spare Hulk heads you can commission or do a custom decapitated head? And he sent me this. It's amazing. He had like kind of like guts back here and green green blood there with clear resin. The base even looks good. You got the blood kind of dripping down from the mouth onto the base. Great details with the blood splatter here. Now I got a little small chip here recently, so I'll probably have to retouch that up, but great paint work by him, like always. Added some green highlights in the hair as well. So yeah, so this is pretty much a one-of-one custom. Alright, so here we have a Thanos helmet. This is pretty much looks like like inspired by the MCU. This came with the Night Monkey custom 1/4 scale Thanos sword that I just recently showed.
I think you can display it either on top of the sword or, but I just display it, somewhere around Thanos. But yeah, a lot of details and battle damage on this one. Looks good. Alright, next we have a custom pedestal that comes with a few goblets and a tesseract stand. So I'll show you some close-up shots of that. Alright, so next we move on to this is the pedestal. So you can essentially, goes on the bottom if you don't want it, or if you do not want the height, you can just, put this to the side. But this looks awesome. Great paint work. The skulls look good. We got just a little bit of goldish trims on the sides, on the corners. Custom as well. So 212 out of 388. Yeah, so this is the bottom of the pedestal. Pretty heavy too. But yeah, great detail. Alright, so this is the top of the pedestal. Awesome piece. The Grim Reaper. Great paint work on this one. Heavy too. Very, very good. Yeah, and like I said, you can switch off those skull heads and put Dr. Doom there. Yeah, great detail. Alright, and with the pedestal, you also get these two goblets. One's more of a traditional. We have this more goldish royalty one with diamonds and gems on it. And they both have some clear resin in it to make it look like liquid. So. And lastly, on top of the pedestal, you also get just like a tesseract that you can add. So it may not make too much sense adding this when Thanos has the gauntlet, but like I said, you can also display this with Dr. Doom. I personally don't really care. I display it with Thanos, but yeah, when you add the light on there, it looks pretty cool too. Great details on this, more that goldish tone, and then the clear tesseract. Alright, and moving along, we have some non-scaled. These are just, Venom and Carnage symbiotes. But I'll show you some close-up shots of that as well. Here's a symbiote in a capsule that I found online. Pretty cool. Real glass, metal on top. Very, very cool. We also have a reddish one, kind of, this is supposed to be the Carnage symbiote. Looks awesome. Same thing like the other one, glass and metal. Alright, next we have a Hulkbuster head, a 1/4 scale Iron Man top torso with a 1/4 scale War Machine top torso. So I'll show you all some up close up shots of that as well. Alright, so this is a 1/4 scale Hulkbuster head. I also got this off of Jason from S7 Customs. He just had this laying around. I believe this is from the Imaginarium Arts Hulkbuster. May be wrong, but I believe it is. So intend to cut this out and add LED lights in there, but just standing alone, it looks good. Like a lot of weathering, battle damage, grime detail. You see various like browns and kind of like that silver paint there. Yeah, awesome proximity piece. So yeah, I believe this is from the Imaginarium Arts Hulkbuster. Alright, so here we have a 1/4 scale Iron Man bust. I'm actually going to show you a quick picture of how this looked when I first got it. Alright, so that's kind of how it looked when I first received it, but I went ahead and added battle damage. I painted it, you know, added various blacks and browns and silver tones, like kind of throughout each of these torn parts to give it more of that metallic metal look. I also added just like some wires in here and tore them up a little bit. Here, let me turn this on. So yeah, cool piece. Pretty much did battle damage all throughout it. Alright, and similar to the Iron Man, this is also a 1/4 scale bust of War Machine. So I'll show a picture of it, you know, how it was when I first received it. Alright, and this is how it looks, you know, after I added the battle damage and paint. So for this one, with there being more silver, I did add more browns and put like splashes kind of throughout the paintwork. Not sure if the camera's picking that up. Similar to the other one, also added some wiring back here, and yeah, no, this one looks good. And then here, let me turn it on. Even added some metallic paint on the edges of the gun just to kind of make it look metal. Yeah, so that's War Machine. Alright, so next we have a Weapon X that I have in this capsule, glass capsule. So I'll go ahead and show you some up close-up shots of this. Alright, so this is a 1/4 scale Weapon X. I went ahead and painted this portion of the base because it was colored. Painted it gray just to give it more of a kind of like a grave tombstone look. And yeah, the Weapon X itself it's actually metal. It's very high quality, heavy, very cool piece. And I even added like some like little bit of weathering on the base, a little bit of black drips throughout it. Yeah, great piece. Alright, and the last thing I have here is a 1/4 scale broken silver surfer board on top of a custom base that I made. So I'll show you some up close-up shots of that. Alright, and here we have, this is a 1/4 scale surfer board. Kind of just made this base, carved it out, added like some cracks throughout it, some skulls, just to have something to place this board on. But yeah, this board is off of a custom surfer. So my guy Tommy, he just sent this to me. I added some cracks throughout it, painted it a little bit, added some black in it just to bring those cracks out a little bit more. Yeah, cool piece. So yeah, so this is a polystone. Shout out Tommy. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed those up close-up shots. I'll just show you all a little bit more of kind of how this all looks, just panning around. Like I said, I've been working on this for a couple of years now. Now, many of you may have recently seen that Maester on Throne by XM Studios. That thing looks amazing. I don't have the space for it, so I won't be getting it, but that looks amazing. Yeah, this is pretty much like my own my own setup. Essentially a one-of-one. You really don't see this type of setup in the community, but just a lot of time that took to either get all these pieces, paint these pieces, get them customized. It's a lot of patience and creativity. Yeah, there it is. The Thanos on Throne custom setup here. Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you all enjoyed the review. For the most part, I'm pretty much done with this specific display. I do have one more custom coming for Thanos on Throne that I will be reviewing for the channel as well. I'll show a picture of that right here. Alright, so as you all just saw, that is a custom symbiote transformation portrait and hand that goes on the Thanos on Throne maquette. It's being produced by the same company that did the King Thanos portrait and the Thanos sword. So as soon as I get that in, I'll drop a review, which should be in the next couple months. But for the most part, I'm pretty much done with this display. I do not plan on adding anything else at the moment. If anyone out there has any specific questions about where did I purchase certain things or how did I make or paint certain things, just feel free to message me. I'm going to be dropping a link to the TGC Facebook group in the description below. Great community there, so you're more than welcome to join. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this specific review. Up next, I'll be dropping a review for the Prime One Studios Alien 1/3 Big Chap, which should be arriving hopefully in the next couple hours. So that should be dropping in a couple days. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and you hit that notification bell. After the Alien Big Chap review, I will be introducing, it's going to be, I'd say, a new category of videos for the channel with a little bit of help from the community. So, but don't want to spoil anything just yet. You're going to have to stay tuned. But yeah, I hope to catch you all on the next one.